right, family, we got a big show for you coming up. King Simon Presents right here on YouTube. Just want to remember a serious conversation with my brother, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. That's right, it's happening right here, right now. Don't touch that dial. We'll be black after this.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
Hey family, it's King Simon, the founder of Numerovation. Remember, if you want to book a session with me and get a Numerovation consultation, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's King Simon the Numerovator. And your books are available on Amazon. Remember, I'm the El Numero Uno, the Numerovator himself. And if you want to book a session, all you have to do is text me. Make sure you get my books on Amazon. I love you. Peace. Brooklyn, New York, are you ready? August 27th, King Simon will be there. Troy Hairston will be there. Alison Nedra will be there. Lloyd Strayhorn will be there with special guests. Sister Cafunia Ife will be there. All happening at Nicholas Brooklyn Mini Workshop. Text now, call now to be there.
Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numerovator. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now.
That's right. We're going to be tearing up the place in New York City. That's right. I will be in New York City alongside some great people. Just want to remind you what's coming up next. Coming up on Wednesday, June the 29th, we got Dr. Phil Valentine. He's going to be talking about ontology, the metaphysical awakening of the melanated mind. The rebroadcast right here on King Simon Presents June the 29th. We'll be right here. That's right. He got a rebroadcast coming up. I'm telling you, family, it's on popular demand right now, this webinar. So he's going to talk about it briefly, and we're going to have a good time. Big up to sister and mother and the great empress herself, Queen of Four. She's got a 3-day healing detox retreat, which I am a part of, and that's going to be happening on August 5th, 6th, and 7th on her new property. They just bought 22 acres over there, Lake of Somerville. So I'll definitely be right there with them hanging out, and that's going to be big. If you want to find out more information, all you have to do is check out the flyer or check out the information, or make sure you go to the website, the City of Wellness, the Global City of Wellness.com. That's the Global City of Wellness.com, and come join all of us. Even the one, the only Jewel Brooklyn will be there. So y'all want to be there for the 3-day seminar. Believe me, it's a camp out, but it's also a retreat at the new land and property that the Global City of Wellness just purchased, 22 acres of land in Somerville, Georgia. So, hey, I'll be there. It's going to be a good time. I'm so proud of Queen of Four and the whole crew. Also, once again, we'll be doing that mini workshop. Myself, Lloyd Strayhorn, Ellison Nedra, and of course, he got to big up the one, the only Etoy will be there live and direct. Also, big up to Teas and Things. Make sure you get your vegan teas, the statement teas for vegans. Order yours today. That's teasandthings.com. So make sure you hit her up. Hit up the Adina right now. She's a supporter. We do what we got to do. And if you're looking for editors for any books that you might be writing, you might be being a a journalist, if you're an author, whatever you want to do, this editor is very good. She's a teacher. She's in the school, of course, the educational world. Hit up Susie Script right now. Good friend of mine for over 30 years. SusieScript.com. Give her a call at 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. And big up to my good friend, comedian JP Justice. Step into the AM. They do a show, and it started on June the 20th, but they do it from 12 midnight all the way to 4 a.m. Very unusual show. I was on the show a few times, had a good time over there. So big up to JP Justice, of course, Mona, and my brother Harlem Blue. All comedians having a good time, having a wonderful time. I'm broadcasting on various platforms. So big up to brother JP Justice. I'm so proud of my brother. Also, this is one of my family members, Aisha Brown, licensed massage therapist. Love Thy Body mobile massage. So if you need a couples massage, you're doing pampering parties, this sister is available for you in Georgia, throughout the Georgia area. All you have to do is call her at 404-820-3937. No craziness, please. She is a licensed massage therapist, and they never want, you don't want ever to revoke that sister's license. We want to keep our sisters working and loving what they do through the business that they do, okay? Big up to my girl, Ellison Nedra. She's a spiritual consultant, and she does Reiki sessions. She does past life healing readings and all of that. So hit her up at themoderndaySage.com, themoderndaySage.com. And of course, one of my teachers, Lloyd Strayhorn. You've seen him on Oprah. He's on Katie Couric. He's been on so many shows. Hit Lloyd up at lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's lloyd-strayhorn.com. And you can also hit me up, check out my Udemy classes. That's right, Udemy classes. I got an introductory class to numerovation. Remember, numerology is not psychic. We use the patterns, cycles, and sequences to guide people, just like a GPS. You put in the right address, which could be your birthday, triangulates where you got to go, and then we got to take you where you got to go and motivate you. So that's why I do numerovation. And if you want my full course class, it's 8 hours raw, uncut, and PowerPoint with a chalkboard breakdown. All you have to do is text the word course to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. If you want any of my books, all my books are on Amazon right now, but you can go through my Linktree at King Simon the Numerovator. That's right, King Simon the Numerovator on Linktree. And remember, if you want to book a session with me, please text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. Remember, the study of numbers or numerology is applied mathematics. Learn how to apply your numbers, and they will guide you. I'm telling you. If you want to be my friend, all you have to do is scan this, baby. Scan this if you want to be my friend on Instagram, right? Scan it. King.Simon.Productions. That's right. And if you want to spread love via Cash App, scan that, and you can spread some love via Cash App. And of course, you know, we always got a disclaimer, boy. I am an old school radio personality from out of New York. Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. And also, disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Let's give that a round of applause. That's right, copyright, boy. Woo, that means you just gotta watch yourself, especially when you are a content creator. You gotta watch yourself. See, y'all don't know, I studied the FCC laws back in the day. There's certain things you're not supposed to be saying. I'll be watching my back. I'm telling you right now. All right, 6 more minutes before we bring on our dear brother, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, and family. Remember, I always have some rules. I got 2 rules on my show, 2 specific rules, and I want people to listen carefully because I ain't playing with you. First rule, please like, thumb up, and share this broadcast. Remember, sharing is caring. Let's get that a round of applause. Yeah. The second rule, family, second order of today. Respectfully, this is a troll-free zone. So trolls, please take a stroll somewhere else. Let's get that a round of applause. Get them trolls out of here. I love you, trolls, because, you know, haters make us greater. I don't care how this happens. I love you. So, I keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, family, how y'all feeling? I see people. Remember, share, like. I see, of course, Sandra Muhammad in the building. I see Wendy in the building. I see Asiatic Soldier in the building. So I see people in the building. I see people on Instagram. But Instagram, I need y'all to go to YouTube only because I'm broadcasting through a headphone, and you're not going to be able to hear Wesley Muhammad. So please, Instagram, I'm going to cut you off and send y'all to YouTube at King Simon Presents. Also, if you can't find that, go to Numbers Are Simple right now on YouTube. But remember, my channel is called King Simon Presents Quality People. Like Les Brown says, only quality people, OQP. That's right, I'm down with OQP. Yeah, you know me. I ain't down with the other stuff. I'm down with OQP. Only quality people. I don't like the drama. I don't get into the debates. I want the information. So I'm going to turn off this Instagram and spread some love and send y'all over to YouTube right now. That's King Simon Presents on YouTube right now. So Instagram, bye. We'll talk later. All right. So I see people are tuning in and logging in. Melissa, what's up, girl? How you doing? Okay. Sabir, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. You know, don't let me start my Arabic now. Y'all gonna mess up. Y'all just don't understand. All right. So first and foremost, before we bring on this dear brother, and I just want to remind everybody, of course, we got Dr. Phil Valentine coming up, our dear brother in the metaphysics. He's going to be coming up live and direct on Wednesday, June the 29th. Can't wait to have our Baba. I've known Baba Phil for many years, since 1980s, actually. While I was in the 5% of Ansar through the Nation of Islam, I knew Dr. Phil Valentine even those days. So I'm very honored. When him and Queen Afua was together, I knew Dr. Phil Valentine. They helped me out immensely in my writing career, and that's when I was a journalist for a newspaper and a class magazine. I wrote some articles for the Zulu Nation back in the day. I wrote articles for Sister Carol. I also wrote articles for one of my teachers, GM Anthony Muhammad, now known as Aziz Muhammad, for his teacher, Dr. Moses Powell, who me and him always had laugh and talk, and although I wasn't in his class, I couldn't be in his class because I wasn't the black belt yet, but just being with you and just shaking his hands and talking to him about writing his book and getting his word out, I miss Dr. Moses Powell. So enough respect to the late, great Dr. Moses Powell, who was also a trainer of the Nation of Islam back in the day. Oh, yeah, he was whipping our ass back in the day. Back in the day, the dojos of the nation was something else. And I'll tell y'all, boy, there's certain things I can say and certain things I can't say. So I will not say it on the air. So it's only for us to know. All right. So big up to everybody that tuned in. I want to big up, of course, Professor James Sims Muhammad from out of Delaware. I just spoke to him. Told him I'm going to be speaking to Wesley Muhammad. He said, "Oh, man, Wesley Muhammad is a wise brother." That's right, Dr. Wesley. But but Professor James is a bad martial artist. Him and his beautiful wife, Dominique. Woo-hoo, my gosh. And she's small frame, but she'll throw any big guy around. That's what we learned to do in Sanuka's Rue. And thanks to GM Anthony, also known as GM Aziz, and his beautiful wife, also Aziza. They now got their new names, their holy names. So enough respect to them and give them a round of applause. GM Anthony, one of my first teachers, with his brother, Shion Wayne, the late, great Shion Wayne Muhammad. So, all right, family, we got like 2 more minutes before we come in. And remember, share, like, because like I said, we're going to go a little deep. And I might be I might be an advocate. I won't call myself a devil's advocate, but I might be an advocate just because I know my brother Wesley Muhammad is battle tested. When I say debates and all, I've been there. Matter of fact, he shut down a whole show one time with Ray Higgins, to the point I was like, yo, I was sitting in the back with Professor Smalls, like, yo, what the heck just happened? But we understood. When you dropping that knowledge. And it reminded me, although Dr. Wesley don't have the same spirit as Dr. Khalid, but the way he brought all his books and all that kind of stuff, that's what Khalid used to do, especially when I brought him to Montreal, Canada. Khalid would bring his whole box of books. We had to set him up and put them there. And that's what I used to love about how the nation always drops that wisdom. So I'm proud of this brother that we're about to have on, and I hope y'all are ready. we're not going to get into too much of the madness because we know what to say on here. We've been taught well, especially he's taught to be a minister. He understands the minister journal and the minister's format. And so, I know he's respectful. And certain things they try to ban and shadow ban you out here. So we're going to respect that. That's why I put a disclaimer. Any content creator should learn to have and understand what disclaimer is, study the analytics, study also FCC law, what you can say and what you can bring. I know there's a lot of madness out there and they don't realize that they're being taped and recorded and being monitored and they have all kinds of stuff. So people, if you're going to be a content creator, respect what you're doing because this ain't our platform. All right. So respect that. All right. Well, so man, the brother that I'm about to bring on. What a beautiful brother. And this brother has not just inspired myself and many others as he's been in the nation since the 90s. And looking back at seeing what he was doing and what he's been doing at Morehouse and various other places and all over the world, how articulate he can be. And one thing about Dr. Wesley, he's very poised with his delivery when it comes to certain things. And he'll slow down and he's thinking. You could tell he's a thinking man because that's what we was taught to be in the nation, a thinking man. So without any further ado, I want everyone right now in the voice that can hear my voice and see my face right here on YouTube. I want y'all and Facebook and also on that's seen on IG. Come on over to Facebook. Let's welcome right here on the virtual stage of King Simon Presents Only Quality People, the one, the only student minister, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam. Boy, you the best hype man I ever experienced.
Yeah, I'm still that guy.
You got this boy's brother amped.
It's not different than the stage, brother. You do
it well. You're at home and you command it excellent.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. I got to commend, especially in the nation, people like Jamil, brother minister Jamil. I got to commend people like brother.
A forerunner, isn't he?
Yes, he is. The forerunner. That's my big brother. That's my brother. And of course Arthur Muhammad, brother Arthur Muhammad in New York, and of course them of the ones that I was watching. Yes, sir. And brother Jason X back in the day, we used to be on it, and I guess it's because we came out of the entertainment world. I've been on shows and emceed a lot of major shows back in the day. So I'm just proud that I'm here still alive today because every day above ground is a good day. Praise be to the Creator, Allahu subhanahu wa ta'ala. All praise due. And family, let me just let y'all know his website is drwesleyonline.com. That's drwesleyonline.com. We have, of course, he's our guest. He's our author, teacher, student minister of the Nation of Islam under the minister Louis Farrakhan. Got to clarify that and keep that going because there are many different Nation of Islam, but they are one under the messenger, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad when it comes down to that teachings. But you can contact him via Dr. Wesley Muhammad at Gmail. Also, his IG is Wesley Muhammad. His FB is Dr. Wesley Muhammad. YouTube is Wesley Muhammad. And don't forget, spread love. The bird of Cash App, $ Dr. Wesley. Don't forget to spread love because he's doing wonderful work. The topic today, brother Wesley, is 3 different questions I have, but I know you can unpack it. We're not going to be here that long, family. I know I don't do long 2-hour, 3-hour shows. 1 hour is enough for me. That's it. The hour of power. All right. Where are Black people going? What is the end game for our people? And how can we heal from the trauma of our past? Those are the questions that we're going to unpack today, if you don't mind doing that, brother. Because I know from your perspective, especially from the Nation of Islam and what the messenger and the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, Minister Farrakhan taught, Honorable Minister Farrakhan taught. Let's start with after you see what's going on in what's going on in social media all over the world, and we all grew up out. We wasn't in social media back in the 90s, 80s, and all that. Now it's become a mess. Where are Black people going, Wesley? From your perspective, where are we going?
Well, Bismillah. Thank you, brother.
Black
King Simon. Where are Black people going?
Yes, sir.
It depends on who's the writer. By which I mean this. Black people in particular,
Mm-hmm.
the Black man and woman of America, is very much like that Black stallion.
Mm.
Powerful, beautiful creature, hard to tame creature, and that is the so-called Negro of America.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the rider of this stallion? Satan has been the rider, and if Satan continues riding Black people, riding us through our music, through our food, through our air, through our drugs, through our entertainment, through our social media.
Yeah.
If Satan continues riding us,
Yes, sir.
then the end game is complete vanishing. The browning of America, there's one sense in which it's a threat to white supremacy. But that's a two-edged sword.
Yes, sir.
You also risk the vanishing of Black people as we know it. And we have enough history in India and in South Africa, the creation of a mulatto class did not translate to a broadening of the Black class, the Black population. So long as Satan is the rider of this stallion, death is the end game. But God came. God came specifically to ride this horse. God came to the Black man and woman in America. And it's very important, Brother King Simon, that your audience hears this, because we keep talking about what are the solutions, as if the real solutions has not been given. I know we hate religion today, and so the minute I mention Allah came to us, some of you shut me off. But therein lies the problem. The fact of the matter is, unless we allow God to ride this stallion, as God, with God as the rider, Black people will grow into our destiny, which is to be God.
Yes.
Satan rides us to the end of niggerdom. Satan created the Negro first, evolved him into the nigger, and he's going to ride us to the end of niggerdom. God, and in particular, the lifestyle he prescribed, will evolve the nigger into a living God. So what is the end game for Black people? It depends on who our master is.
That's true. No, that's powerful. Let's give that a round of applause, my brother. Hold on. Family, you know, those that are just tuning in, we're speaking with Dr. Wesley Muhammad. If you don't know, now you know. And you know, interesting that you said that, you know, to make us that mention the God frequency, because it was the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, may peace and blessings be upon him, and of course Master Farad Muhammad, Allah, who came in the person of Master Farad Muhammad, that reminded us that we are gods. And I've seen an old clip with you on your Instagram where you was young man in the Morehouse, and they was talking about how what the church didn't do, and was make that God connection like the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. So, a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, brother. When I was 14 is when I accepted the lessons of the 5%. So what triggered me to go towards him is, who is the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, God of the universe, father of civilization. That was what caught me and drew me in to go get enlightened more, go to Fort Greene, Parliament, and all that kind of sneak out of my house because I was young at that time. Couldn't just go in with a Jamaican parent. I had a Jamaican mother that wasn't going for it. You know, she called my father in a minute. So what was that connection? Why was that connection to revealing that we are God and not just looking outside for God? Why was that so important in the rise of who we are and where we were supposed to go as black people?
You used the right language.
Yes, sir.
When you said reminded us, Allah, in the person of Master Fard Muhammad, who brought this revelation to the black man and woman that we are God, that was a reminder. Yeah. All of us, and I'm sure most, if not all of your wise audience, is very familiar with ancient Kemet, and we know that ancient Kemet taught that man is God. Here is the difference.
Yes, sir.
And the value of what Master Fard Muhammad brought to you and I. In ancient Kemet, the reality of God was a secret that you had to study 42 years. And you had to restrict your life. I'm sorry, my dear woke folk. Ancient Kemet wasn't generic spirituality. Ancient Kemet, the mystery system, was absolutely religion. If religion is defined by restrictions, religious mandates, a religious hierarchy, and prescriptions for life. To learn the secret of God required conforming your life over an extended period of time. It required do's and don'ts. See, spirituality, generic spirituality, don't have a lot of do's and don'ts, and religion does. And that's why so many of us say we are spiritual, we're not religious, because we don't want all of those do's and don'ts. But the secret of man as God in ancient Kemet required a whole bunch of do's and don'ts. That's 42 years.
That's what the laws of Ma'at was about.
That's exactly what the laws of Ma'at were about. What came to the shores of North America was the essence of the secret of God as the Egyptians studied it in the so-called mystery system. That truth came and was deposited to the babes, given to the black man and woman of America. And it wasn't a requirement that we get selected to study secretly in a mystery system. It requires you and I to self-select, to put ourselves under the life prescription and the teaching that will make God. So as the Egyptians made black people into gods over there and back then, Master Fard Muhammad came to these shores to make black people into gods today.
Now that makes a lot of sense, because he came from that area.
Absolutely came from that
area. And I like how you defended it against the guy that was trying to come. I think it was Paul Guthrie that was trying to come after you with the whole thing. And now you
of course, come after me. He was trying to come after Master Fard Muhammad.
Coming after Master.
And he disappeared.
Exactly. Again, people, I tell you, Wesley is battle tested. He's ready to go in.
We had to disappear him.
Yes, sir. You had to make the white man who wrote the book about the making of the white man disappear. Right. It's crazy. But
he took all of those down off of his YouTube.
Yes, yes. But you say, what is the end game? Although we know that in the lessons there is no beginning and ending for the black man and woman. That is part of especially Islam. Islam, there is no beginning or ending. But even if they try to destroy us, from your perspective, do you think they will succeed? Because I know man plans, but God is the best of planner. Allah is the best of planner. What do you think they can? They can that this destruction of us as melanated black people can be success? They can succeed from doing this to us? Can they
Well,
do it?
well, be clear. When
Yes,
it
sir.
says there is no end to the black man,
Mm-hmm.
that is taking into account the 4,400,000,000 black, brown, red, and yellow men on the planet. There will never be the destruction of the black man.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean a so-called Negro here in America can't be disappeared.
Right, right,
This
right.
very small element lost
Mm-hmm.
for eons, lost to the world over here among their enemies.
Mm-hmm.
It took God, the reason God chose this people
Mm-hmm.
to come and deposit his sui generis, the Latin, unique knowledge and wisdom, unique in terms of 76 trillion years. Never has there been a God with the knowledge that is in the head of Master Muhammad. The reason he chose the so-called Negro of America to come to is because we were in a death state. We were made a Negro, dead. And because the gods of the East didn't have a lot of confidence in his lordship. So the proof of his lordship was his ability to resurrect what absolutely is dead and make it not just a living God, but the most powerful God to have ever lived. So we are dead, and except God came to us, we would be totally destroyed. We meaning the so-called Negro in America. Black people globally will always be here. But there have been black populations that have been vanquished.
Yes, right.
And the so-called Negro in America was poised to be vanquished. And we are so dead and rebellious. After 90 years of having the solution, we are still poised to be vanquished because most of the people have rejected the solution. We run to any alternative to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Any shiny new thing that will give us an excuse to not surrender ourselves to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we run to it. And so we should not have caught the virus in such a devastating way as we have, as we did, and we did. Black people naturally are not predisposed in a way that justifies the level of devastating effect that virus had on us. But our lifestyle has predisposed us to devastation by this virus. But had we listened to the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, we would have been sitting much prettier when COVID-19 hit. But that's just one example. I'll close on this.
Yes, sir.
People hear me, I document all of 800 pages here, 400 pages here.
Yes, sir.
All documenting our enemy's conspiracy to vanquish the so-called Negro in America. And whenever I detail one or more of these plots, invariably some wise progressive black person objects.
Mhm.
All right, we done heard all the problems. What's the solution?
Mm.
The solution ain't new. There is no new revelation of a new solution to this problem. The solution has been in the midst of black people for 90 years.
Mhm.
But we don't want to hear that. We want the revelation of a new solution that will not require us to surrender ourselves to the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. But in that teaching, Brother King Simon, is the solution to the problems of black people. We can itemize the problem and the solution from the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Point for point.
Let's get that round of applause, family. Now, those that are just coming in, this is his website right here. You can actually go to his website online. That's Dr. Wesley Online. Great books, How to Kill a God. You see, he got Michael Jackson on the front of there. So you know what that is, all right? Of course, Message to the Black Man is always about, you better get that book. All of his 5 books. Don't play with that.
That's
and of course,
foundation.
That's the foundation. That's right. And let me talk. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. This is the book that he was just showing, the pot plot, of course. Make sure y'all get that. I definitely have that myself. Now, Ra is Allah. That's what that says. Ra is Allah, right?
That is correct.
Why Asar Imhotep is wrong? Oh boy, that's a debate. There's no debates. Of course, we got Understanding the Assault on Black Man and Black Manhood. I got that. I bought 2 of those books to give to my children now, so keep for myself. Black Masculinity, of course. Bilad al-Sudan, of course. Bilad al-Sudan, Essays on Islam and Africa and Afrocentricity. Of course, The Birth of a God as the Illuminist Anthropos. How you say that, brother?
Anthropos.
Okay.
Man, as a luminous man.
Yes. And people, y'all can go to his website, family. Go to his website and tune in and lock in and show him some love. Of course, remember, he got Cash App right there, $ Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Dr. Wesley, I'm sorry, $ Dr. Wesley. You can show love just for the work that he's been doing and a lot of stuff that he's doing behind the scenes that y'all don't see. The brother is doing a lot of work. Of course, his email is drwesleymuhammad@gmail.com, IG at Wesley Muhammad, FB Dr. Wesley Muhammad, and YouTube is Wesley Muhammad also. You know, of course, the question still stands about the trauma of our people, because the trauma that has been placed and forced on our people, and that they've been kind of, passing it on from generation to generation up to this day, has led to different lifestyles, creating of genders. All of that stuff is happening. How would you start the healing process? Because I know in the nation, we don't really allow a lot of the transgressive lifestyles in the community, in that nation, I know that for a fact. I got my bylaws. I still got all of that. We don't allow, but I know Minister also said that he loves his people, but he don't have to support. I'm not saying exactly what he said. I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he don't support the
LGBTQ?
LGBTQ, the whole alphabet, brother. Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
The Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan says,
yes,
and we say with him, is we love all black people.
There it is.
That all black people in America have been born in the sin of white America and shaped in the iniquity of white America. And all of us are living one or more of the white man's sins.
Yes.
Homosexuality and lesbianism is one of the white man's sins. It is more severe today because Satan has mastered the scientific creation of homosexuality and transgenderism. So I personally, as does the Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan, have great sympathy for our people who are a part of this phenomenon. It is a phenomenon right now. The numbers, the remarkable explosion of numbers, historically speaking. I think the last report I saw, there was 1,000,002 Black, just adult, self-identifying LGBTQ. There are 200,000 transgender. Now that latter figure really is disturbing to me because we documented all of the science that the white man has engaged in to produce transgenderism in the lab and then reproduce that wicked science in the womb of women. And he's mastered that wicked science. So we don't condemn our people who are the victims of Satan's science as we are victims of Satan in our own way. We do absolutely reject the lifestyle and the life prescription found in How to Eat to Live by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, or from God to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That dietary prescription helps combat that wicked science that is at the root of this phenomenon. There we have it.
That's the hard cover. Y'all don't understand.
This phenomenon of the Black LGBTQ explosion, at the root of it is wicked science. And the divine science that God brought and delivered to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, it is a shield and a part of the healing for Black people, not just for that sin, but for the spectrum of the white man's sins that all of us have fallen victim to one degree or another.
You know that it's a painful thing because people have family members, and it's not just gay and homosexual. They got the thieves, they got the criminals, they got the rapists, they got the pedophiles, because we know there's organizations for pedophiles. And I just talked to a young lady recently who's going to be helping me out with some illustration. And she said her daughter had gotten touched. And I remember John Henry Clark, the late great Dr. John Henry Clark, said if any one of his daughters had gotten touched, he would turn them into assassins. Back in the day, he said this. And I thought about that too, with my 3 daughters and and grandchildren now that are young. I got 12 of them, and they a lot of young girls, and we got to be very serious about what's happening because, Doc, we don't we don't have like the underground mechanism like we used to, where even if you watch The Godfather of Harlem, the Bumpies worked with or studied the messenger, or the Nicky Bonds. We could just handle this, or the Angels of Death. We don't have that type of stuff. Things have gotten softer. But let me just give the question: how do we still because this healing is levels. Healing is levels. How do we still save and help and protect our children and our women and even our brothers being taken off? How do we still protect them? The nation is good, but things have gotten a little less than what it used to be back in the 60s and the 70s, as far as the showing respect for our power back in those days. You know, because you remember the messenger said to Muhammad Ali back in the day, may both of them rest in peace, that they got knees too when they was threatening to break his knees and do all kinds of stuff.
But it was said earlier, let me disabuse us of that myth. Yes, we can still break knees in 2022.
I'm sure, but this time it's not the same as cameras. We got a lot of cameras. Everybody not willing to go to jail like that. I'm just letting you know. A lot of people ain't willing to do that.
I don't want.
I'm just being real.
Yeah, what I'm being real too.
Yes, sir. I know.
The realness has two sides of the coin. But let me say this: your pivot is absolutely appropriate. Mm-hmm. Pivot from the problem of Black homosexuality. Mm-hmm. We pivot to the problem of Black molestation. Mm-hmm. That's an example of how the Black community suffers from the spectrum of the white man's sins. Dear brother King Simon, I read one report that said 80% of Black girls and women, by the time they reach their 18th birthday, they were touched. Mm-hmm. And in most cases, they were touched by a family member or friend of the family.
That's right.
Dear brother King Simon, I suggest that the only way that can be true, which I have no doubt that it is, because all of us in our families, we know who was touched.
Yes, sir.
But the only way we can have those large numbers is that there is communal complicity in the crime.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. What is the communal complicity? We, the community, are complicit in that crime because 80% of our girls are touched by Uncle Bobby or cousin so-and-so. Mm-hmm. And we know it.
Silence.
But we are silent.
Yeah, silence.
We still feed that nigga barbecue at the family reunion. We let that nigga come to the family reunion and eat barbecue with us. The silence around the abuse of our children by us is a crime of mammoth proportions. Mm-hmm. And this is why we can't be so judgmental.
True. That's true.
On other Black crimes or sicknesses, we cannot raise up the phenomenon of Black homosexuality as the red alert problem, though the phenomenon is alarming. The growing phenomenon is alarming. Mm-hmm. But more alarming than that is the fact that 8 out of 10 of our daughters will be touched by one of us before she turns 18.
No, that's true.
So we, the community, are guilty of a lot of crimes. And that acknowledgement is important. I'm going to close by saying this. I read where Brother French Montana said that being a rapper is very dangerous today. And when I heard that, I had mixed feelings and controversy about it.
Mhm.
Because while I know it's true, rappers are dying, being killed today at alarming proportions. But the flip side of that is, and I got to give my wife the credit for this observation, these words.
Enough respect to her. Give her a round of applause. Give your wife a round of applause, please. Go ahead.
Our music
Mm-hmm.
sends out
Yeah.
these wicked angels. They come back to us.
Yes.
Our music creates bad karma for us. Dear
Yeah.
rappers, we drill music, even when it's not called that, but the spirit of drill music
Mm-hmm.
hasn't affected so-called gangster rap didn't, because gangster rap from its genesis really was studio.
Mm.
But drill music
Mm.
is real killing. Drill music often comes from a real life killing situation.
Mm-hmm.
They rap about their killings and those who are killed. I've
Mm.
never seen the level of disrespect for the dead
Yeah. Yes.
as what I'm hearing now. So, dear artists, in particular rappers,
Yeah.
your music is so powerful, but it's an energy.
It is.
And it's creating a karma for you and for the community that is coming home to roost.
Yeah.
So the trauma that Black people suffer
Mm-hmm.
is a case of hurt people.
Hurts
Hurt
people.
people.
That's right. That's right.
We as a people have been tremendously hurt by our experience here under American white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
And we have been programmed to perpetuate that hurt in confined spaces, which is our zip codes. And so we continue to perpetually traumatize generation after generation. There has to be a code switch.
Yes.
There has to be a breaking of the cycle. And that means we have to stop lionizing or valorizing the negative aspects of our culture.
Culture. That's right.
Keep it real culture ain't something as it has been engineered.
Mm-hmm.
And so I will, my last point,
No, go ahead.
I promise I will shut up on this.
No, brother. Yeah, I love you. You know, you love your energy, brother.
we talk about the culture that is self-traumatizing.
Mm-hmm.
When we lost Nipsey Hussle,
Yes, sir.
that was traumatizing. The circumstances of his murder, there was anger, there was pain, the community was outraged. They said the brother killed our brother because he was being accused of being a snitch.
Mm-hmm.
And now, as Nipsey Hussle's trial is underway,
Mm-hmm.
the prosecution is in a quagmire because certain key persons, according to the news, who can give important testimony that can convict the killer, the alleged killer of Nipsey Hussle, won't testify, won't share what he knows. Why? Because the code of no snitching.
Yeah.
Now, I get that
Mm-hmm.
in certain circumstances, but we do too much. We're not rational with aspects of our culture that have a rational context to them, but we go too far and we make these aspects of our culture very self-destructive and non-rational. So trauma occurs in the Black community. We know who's responsible, but the no snitching code means our victimizers who live next to us can continue to victimize us.
Mm-hmm.
That's an aspect of grave culture, grave as in the grave, where the Negro resides, because the Negro is dead.
Mm-hmm.
But we valorize these aspects of our culture that are absolutely self-traumatizing. Am I saying that we should be snitches? I'm saying you should take that on a case-by-case basis.
Case basis, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Case by
case basis.
That's right.
All exposing of a crime ain't snitching.
That's true.
It's protecting the community.
Exactly. Give that a round of applause, family. That is exactly what I said on my feed a couple of days ago. That because even back in the day, the quote unquote Blood and Crips was not that type of organization, according to history. And even the Latin Kings and all those great, ones that Felipe Luciano spoke about, and friend of mine's, and different martial artists that I know from back in those days. What I find interesting, Dr. Wesley, is that, it's painful because there's an incident that took place in my family where where this family member went to just look into a house to see the renovations, and the Mexican renovator invited her in, but he proceeds to feel on her as soon as she come in the door. Now, I'm not going to say what's being done, but I had to put the call out there because it was someone that was close to me. And I did get his pictures and all that stuff. But and I couldn't talk to the young people. I talked to the elders, called my elders. And they said, don't talk to them all. We'll deal with it. And that's what I like to hear. And what's so ironic about that, brother, the brother that hired this Mexican, and I'm not saying all Mexicans are like that. There's an older Mexican. The brother that hired him was a Muslim brother, Indian Muslim. And I happen to know him because he lived next door to the family member. And I called him. I've got his numbers. Matter of fact, I Googled his business and called him on. I said, "Assalamu alaikum, sir." He said, "This is such and such and such and such." He said, "Yes, sir. How you doing, brother?" I said, "There's an incident that took place on one of your sites. I need that rectified before I come into town." And people that's on that neighborhood, when I called them, they started rectifying and clarifying what has to happen. Done. I ain't saying nothing. But that's the kind, like you said, about families and communities having to work together. We don't even have to be, we don't even, and the person don't want to call the police. She don't, because she's been traumatized.
But what you described is our policing our own community.
Yes, that's really where I'm going.
That's where we have to go. Then the whole issue of snitching, not snitching, it's a moot point.
Exactly.
If we police our communities, that means when the soldiers come to find out about a situation,
That's right.
We would like you to tell us what
Exactly.
you know about what happened, so that
Exactly.
we can rectify, in your words, the situation, police our communities. We can police our communities
Yes.
better than the police, because the police prey on our community.
That's right. That's right.
The problem is we have predators in our own community.
Yes.
And there are aspects of our culture that keeps giving our predators a pass. So, a self-perpetuating trauma. We keep giving predators a pass, but when we come together and assume the responsibility of policing our own community, then I think all predators, white and black, will find another hobby.
Yes, they would get that right. 'Cause let me tell the family. I recall back in the 90s in the nation where a brother or a person touched one of our sisters in the nation. Who was minister? Dr. Khalid was minister. And I think Minister Conrad was an understudy. Minister Kevin Hafiz, may he rest in peace. Dr. Khalid, may he rest in peace. And 12 of us went to deal with that. 10 surround, 2 went inside to deal with the person. That was supposed to happen. And it was on the streets, messing with our sisters. Nowadays, many of our brothers are reluctant to do something like that. All I see is people taking out cameras. Well, I don't take out cameras. I was taught by GM Anthony Aziz. I was taught under the system of
Shout out to our student assistant supreme captain.
Give him a round. That's my teacher from. That's right. That's my teacher. Every time I see him, I cry because I miss him in New York, and I miss him because I was in the security team right there, and that's the spirit I'm always on, because we were taught, we was given a creed in the dojo. As we walk in peace, and fear will not prevail. We are not the aggressors, but if we are attacked, we fight with those who fight with us, and if we must fight, we fight to the death. That's it. That's our creed in the dojo, and I've been saying that for near 25 years. That's my prayer. Because it wasn't about being bad, Wesley. It's about Dr. Wesley. It was about getting home to your family.
That is right.
The fight is here.
That is right.
If it has to resort to this, then we get there. That is right. But the fight is here. So I'm saying this because, we know what the FOI is, the military training of the men that belongs to Islam in North America. We know this. But how can we translate this to these other communities and organizations? We was doing it, but it seems to have fallen short now. I don't know what's happening now. I need to just come back home and stop playing. But I don't. It's kind of falling short because I remember we was connecting with a lot of people back in the day. Even the Hebrew Israelites, we worked with them. Even with Christians, we worked with them. What has happened? What happened?
Yeah. Well, one thing that has happened, the disconnection that exists.
Yeah.
A lot of hatred directed at the Nation of Islam has been engineered.
Yeah, I noticed.
And the fact of the matter is, we don't unify with Black organizations, Black groups, on the condition that you convert to our religion.
That's true. That's true.
The fact of the matter is, the mosque is not the place for everyone who is under the sound of our voice right now.
That's right.
The mosque has never been a mass movement. The mosque is where a particular vanguard is trained.
Yes.
For global leadership purposes. So we are not calling all Black people to join the mosque.
That's right.
But all Black people should benefit from the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which is a prescription for life, a prescription that heals. So the Honorable Brother Minister Farrakhan said, stay in the church. We don't need you to come up out the church to join the mosque. Stay in the church, but have the truth in the church. Have the prescription lifestyle that will make you healthier, make you wholer, make you happier, make you a God. Have that in the MSTA temple. Have it everywhere Black people are. You don't have to change religions to take advantage of the life prescription that heals. Now, what happened? Remember, Brother King Simon.
Yes, sir.
I think you first met me. I believe I first met you when I was doing my rounds in New York.
That's right. That's right.
When I was Kufi smacking the Kufi smackers.
That's right. I met you at a parliament. You came through with Brother Tawfiq, Dr. Shaka Zulu. I went to the parliament. Yes.
You know, when I stepped into the New York game, because I was in this game long before
that's right
125th Street got to know me.
That's right.
When I stepped into that game, the Kufi smacking was the rage, which was the term used by the conscious community to just beat up on Muslims.
Yes.
There was a hatred. And this is post-Khalid. You mentioned Dr. Khalid.
That's right.
We do miss Dr. Khalid because that was one of the tremendous booms of Dr. Khalid. He was such a great bridge to so many of these communities. When he left the nation in his hurt, and then Allah took him from us.
Yes, sir.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace.
You saw then the engineering of a vicious hatred towards the Nation of Islam. And what that does is that fabricated hatred keeps Black people from taking a look and availing themselves to what we have to offer you, which is not a religion, but a lifestyle, a life prescription that is a healing for Black people. You should try eating the navy bean instead of the chickpea. You absolutely should. I ain't gonna let that go.
That's right.
Because that's an example of how we latch on to any alternative to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and there's consequences to it. We love all of the great teachers. They all have something to offer. You see all these books behind me?
Yeah.
All those ain't Elijah Muhammad. Benefited from all of them.
Exactly.
So all of these teachers are great, but when we raise them up as an alternative to the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, we pay a dear price. And I'm suggesting that COVID-19 and the consequences that Black people suffer, one of the lessons revealed in that was the consequences of Black people turning away from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and what he has prescribed for us as a lifestyle.
Mm, mm. You know let's get at a well-deserved round of applause, because it's like, I know, even though I'm not active, the messenger's teaching saved my life. From the nightclubs to the point emceeing shows and stuff, and giving brothers the work too, and bringing them. And I still walk with the general orders. I still have take charge of my post and all temple property and view. It's still gotta, and because that it can be applied worldly. It can be anywhere in the world. It can be applied. Even if I'm not there, you can apply it. I teach my sons and make them be aware. My daughters be aware of certain things, and those general orders keep you aware.
Yes, sir.
All of them. Walk your post in a perfect manner, keeping always on the alert. It's there. That's again my mantras, because
It belongs to Allah.
and because a lot of the teachers, a lot of the followers are in the street. I run into them all the time.
Yes,
Like
sir.
the messenger said, you know. And something I want to bring up before we move on, because Father's Day was this month. This is Black Music Month. But you said something in this that caught my eye. He said today is Father's Day, and today features the nation's celebration of Juneteenth also. But all day they have slipped into this mix of the third element of celebration of Gay Pride Month. Now, they have knocked Father's Day right out the box.
They did.
They wasn't supporting us as that much anymore. Now this has been.
That is the success of Black Lives Matter.
Mm.
Remember, Black Lives Matter
Mm-hmm.
organization institutionally,
Yes.
when they shared with us their vision for the Black village,
Mm-hmm.
it was a village absent the Black father. They
Yes.
said that they intended to disrupt the so-called nuclear family, and their way of disrupting the nuclear family is having no place in the family for the Black father.
Mm.
And of course, self-described queers founded Black Lives Matter. And so on this past Father's Day,
Yeah.
to see the representation of Black men all day as gay men, that was CNN and MSNBC's and Fox's Happy Father's Day to Black America. That was how they said Happy Father's Day to us. And that was very Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So there is absolutely, I have Brother King Simon,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that an article in the Atlantic, The End of Men. Viking women, meaning the Icelandic president, the president of Iceland,
Yes.
who's a lesbian woman, declared the end of the age of testosterone. Now, I've been exposing what I call the testosterone conspiracy and the estrogen assault. And the president of Iceland announced the end of the age of testosterone. I don't know if you or your audience have watched that show. I believe it's on Hulu. Why the Last Man? It's a series that envisions all men catching the virus and dying. All Y chromosome possessors all of a sudden get afflicted with this bioweapon and die. The only males that remain in the community are females that were under testosterone treatment to be men. So they are XX chromosome carriers, but all Y chromosome carriers instantly died. And as I watched that series, Y, The Last Man, I thought of this Icelandic president declaring the end of the age of testosterone. I thought of the Atlantic announcing the end of men. We are living in a world that is very hateful of man as, I should say, masculine men.
Yeah, of course.
Feminized men are very acceptable, and there is a such thing as gay black privilege. That is a reality. And so this Father's Day, this past Father's Day, that intersected with Juneteenth, the way that day played out with the Juneteenth celebration or concert that we all witnessed with Billy Porter doing his thing, him and his group of feminized men put on their show, that signaled to me their announcement to Black America, the end of men.
Yes. Wow. Brother. People, again, I'm not going to hold brother. It's now 10:01. I'm glad he closed out on that, because I tell my sons and my daughters, protect their manhood and their womanhood. Protect it with their life.
Allow me to close the point, because when we say that, it's more, we got to understand what that comprise. How do we protect our manhood? So
yes.
When they announce the end of men,
yes, sir,
they aren't just saying philosophically.
That's right.
So Washington Post, today's men are not nearly as strong as their dads were, research says. They did a study, said men are getting weaker. They did a study of the grip, the hand grip of males from millennials and males from Gen Z and baby boom. And they said that the grip, the male grip, is getting ever so weaker. And there's a biological, biochemical reason for it. Our biochemistry, masculine biochemistry, has been under assault, tremendous assault, the testosterone conspiracy and the estrogen assault. So what does that mean? That means that we are being assaulted, our masculinity is being assaulted through the food that we eat, the things that we drink, the weed that we smoke, the codeine that we sip. All of that is helping to end men. So it's not sufficient for us. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Yeah, I know. Go ahead.
It is not sufficient for us to say protect our manhood while we smoking a blunt.
That's right. That's absolutely
right. It is not sufficient for us to say protect our manhood while we eating a soy hot dog or a soy hamburger, an Impossible burger. I'm sorry.
No.
That soy is a feminizer. I know our vegans prefer soy to dairy, but I don't advocate commercial dairy, but certainly don't replace it with soy. And if you do, you cannot sit there eating an Impossible burger saying, let's protect
our man. Get out of right. Brother Wesley, this is our brother. We're gonna end right there because this was tight. No family. Y'all got to show this brother some love, man. Look at the books he has. Oh man, you gotta go get this book. It's a thick book, family. Believe me, you got to be a reader or a researcher. But I'm telling you, go to his website, Dr. Wesley Online. Oh my goodness, he tore the place up. As usual, that's my brother.
I am thankful, brother King Simon, that
Yes,
Allah crossed our paths
yes, sir, brother.
in life. May Allah continue to bless you with your great work and uplift you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. And thank you and your family and everybody in the nation and all the family. And please send greetings to your wife and the children and Minister. He knows me as a reggae artist. So just give him a hug. If you do get to see him, just say the brothers out here still loving you, brother. That's what it is. That's
Definitely
it.
will.
All right. Assalamu alaikum. Take care, my brother.
Allah.
All right, my brother. That's our brother, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, man. Woo, man. That was fire. That was fire. Man, y'all make sure y'all go to his website, family. Go to his website. He's a busy man, boy. He gave me the hour. And, you know, that's what I'm talking about. That's his website there, family. Go to his website. Powerful, Dr. Wesley Muhammad. The actual website is this. This is the website. Dr. Wesley Online. drwesley.online. That's drwesley.online. Hit him up. Get his books. Get his research. He have a great bibliography in the back of this book. Also, Ra is Allah, breaking that down. Also, understanding the assault on Black men, manhood, and Black masculinity. Great books. All of these books are some great books. I got at least a good amount of these books already. Of course, Master Farad Muhammad breaking that out down. You know, man, that was a great show. Great show. Man, I enjoyed that show. Woo! We had it. Yeah, Wesley always. Thank y'all very much for tuning in. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Now, if y'all gonna wait, we're gonna close out with prayer now. We got some prayer. Dr. Blair's prayer. Dr. Blair used to speak at the Nation of Islam. Dr. Blair used to speak at the Nation of Islam, University of Islam back in the day. So I can't wait to go that, but I do have to run my commercials. If y'all want to wait, no problem. Again, family, the studies have said, that man's handshake has gotten weaker. That's deep, because I am still a progenitor of doing push-ups on my fingers. My own son, he starts crying at 16, but now I got him training. I've been getting him training. All my sons, I taught them how to do push-ups on their fingers. And that was the punishment I used to give them, doing push-ups on their fingers and holding it there in a push-up position on their fingers. And then I'll do knuckles. That's why my knuckles look a certain way, because I used to do all this, and I still train my arms and condition my arms on trees and stuff. So, it's so important that we protect the manhood and the womanhood, because that's what makes familyhood, so we don't lose the hood. You know what I'm saying? Lose our hood. Creating our own, doing for self, eating the proper and appropriate foods is very important, man. And being careful what we intake, because that has a lot to do with it. Go study Tyrone Hayes. That showed what happened when they did that experiment with frogs and all that. I was trying to get him on, but it's hard to get somebody like him. He's just too big. I don't know, But again, go to Dr. Wesley Muhammad, drwesley.online. That's his website. And remember, you can hit him up on via Cash App. I'm going to send him some Cash App love myself. Dr. Wesley, that's $ Dr. Wesley is right at the back of this whole breakdown. Our guest, our author, teacher, our student minister of the Nation of Islam. Contact him via Dr. Wesley Muhammad for consultations and Gmail, or you can hit him up at IG. He does answer his IG DM, so you can be respectful when you call him or text him and all that kind of stuff. I mean, not call him, but hit him up on a DM. Facebook, he does respond to that. Dr. Wesley on Facebook, and of course, Wesley Muhammad on YouTube. And remember, his Cash App is Dr. Wesley Muhammad. Okay, Dr. Wesley. All right. So don't forget, family. Oh, y'all know who coming up next, right? Oh, you think Dr. Wesley was something else? Guess who's coming? Guess who's coming to dinner? Dr. Valentine. Lot of mercy. Guess who's coming to dinner? Dr. Valentine. Yeah, man. Dr. Valentine from out of Trinidad and Tobago coming to town. He's coming on Wednesday, June the 29th. He'll be here with me at 8 p.m. Around supper time. We used to do that at supper. That's supper time back in Jamaica. Supper time. That. So big up to Dr. Phil Valentine. He's talking about this great rebroadcast of Anthology. Those, it's people are loving the broadcast. They wanted to see it over. Those that couldn't make it, he has, because he's not selling the DVD. He's not selling the digital copy until he gets his website up. And that can sell that Anthology and the metaphysical awakening of the melanated mind, of course. Don't forget Queen Afua, my beautiful sister. Make sure y'all go to the website. This is a big thing coming up, family. Make sure you go to the website. It has Queen Esther will be there. Sister Amira Ansar will be there. Tassili Ma'at will be there. Of course, Jay Morrison will be there. Wanique will be there. Let me see. Move with Joy will be there. Jewel Pukram will be there. Dr. Jewel Pukram. Put some respect to that name. Of course, is going to be there, and so much more. I'm also going to be speaking one day, one of the festivals, and you can register right now. Go to globalcityofwellness.com. That's globalcityofwellness.com. You can go to that website right now, the Global City of Wellness, or you can call 1-800-512-7854. That's 517. I'm sorry. That's 1-800-517-7854. That's 1-800-517-7854. That's going to be a 3-day healing detox retreat for male and female and children. So come on out. It's a camping, so you bring your own tents. If you want to vending for regular textile vendors, it's only $500 for 3 days. That means you could team up with 4 other people, break it down for 3 days, but you got to bring your own tent. They're going to have showers, of course, mobile showers. They're going to have mobile toilets, but you want to be there when we drop this. And this is a brand new land that Queen Afua just purchased and just received from Dr. Melana. I think her name is Dr. Melana. It's 22 acres they have. So make sure y'all come on out. That's going to be powerful. The global city of wellness.com. That's globalcityofwellness.com. So make sure y'all come on out and then support that. I'll definitely be there having a good time. Don't forget, if you're in New York, family, guess what? Your brother is coming to New York with Ellison Nedra. That will be there for the first time. Etor, of course, Empress Etor will be there. Lloyd Strayhorn and special guest Kafunya Ife will be there. So make sure y'all come on out. Get your tickets right now. Early bird tickets are $44 before August the 18th. And there's going to be more after. So tickets are available right now through Cash App and PayPal. All you have to do is text me 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And I will text you the payment details for that 44. That's right. Use that 44, man. The number 44 is the number of dedicated workers. So it's all about that dedication, baby. You know what it is. Also, make sure you support www.teasandtings.com. Statement teas for vegans. Order yours today. Vegan naturally. They got vegan for Atlanta. They got New York vegan. They got Atlanta vegan. They got Miami vegan. They got vegan, sexy, and cool. They got all those type of t-shirts. Make sure you order your t-shirt today. And if you contact them via IG or email, make sure you tell them King Simon sent you. And if you are looking to write your book, man, if you're looking to write your own book, if you're writing your own book or you're looking for some editing services or transcribing services, I'm going to be meeting with her. She's coming in town to Georgia. I'm going to be meeting up with her about doing some work with me. So I can't wait to meet with Susie. Script 914-361-9467. That's 914-361-9467. She said she wanted to climb the mountain. So, hey, if she wants to climb the mountain, I'll climb the mountain with her. I got no problem climbing the mountain with people for a while now. It's good. And make sure y'all check out my people's program. Right now, it's going to start at 12 midnight tonight all the way to 4 p.m. So you truck drivers out there, those people on the other side of the world, wherever y'all are, boom, we got you. Make sure you check out JP Justice and Friends. Twilight Prime Time Wake Up Show, man, from 12 midnight. That's for those people that live that work the graveyard shift. 12 midnight to 4 a.m. I was on there the other day, man. I had a good time breaking down numerovation because my commercial was running on there. So enough respect to, of course, JP, my man JP Justice, Mona, beautiful Mona, and of course Harlem Blue, all comedians doing what they love to do. And don't forget Aisha Brown, licensed massage therapist. If you are in the Georgia area, she can drive and get there to you. And she does pampering parties, couples, all of that. She will help you up. She's good at what she does. Love Thy Body, mobile massage, 404-820-3937. That's 404-820-3937. Tell her that King Simon sent you. She's family, so that's what it is. Of course, here's another part of my family, my team, themoderndaysage.org. No, .com. That's themoderndaysage.com. But guess what? Guess what? Those who book a session with the Modern Day Sage right now, there is a coupon code, King Simon 2022, for 30% off on a past life healing consultation. That's right. She taps into that Akashic Records and help you to heal from certain traumas or let to recognize those traumas so you can heal from it. So they'll go to the moderndaysage.com and use the coupon code King Simon 2022 for 30% off on past life healing consultation. Just tell her that King Simon sent you. You know what it is. That's my girl, all right? And we rocking the world right now, all right? Also, big up to Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure you go to his website, lloyd-strayhorn.com. That's lloyd-strayhorn.com. Get his book, book a session with him, take his classes. He got 3 classes on Udemy right now, but you can pay for it through his Lloyd Strayhorn. That's lloyd-strayhorn.com. And remember, I have a class up on Udemy. It's only 2 hours, but it's a holistic numerovation introductory course. All you have to do is go to udemy.com, go to the search engine and put in numerovation, and you'll find that I'm the only one doing numerovation, baby, because numerovation means motivate you with the numbers, baby. And don't forget, if you want the full course meal, the full holistic numerovational course, all you have to do is text the word course to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, please purchase them through Linktree. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. That's Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. I'll hook you up if you get my books. And if you see me on the streets or in any of your towns, I will sign your books. If you know I'm coming to your town, I got no problem signing with a smile and taking some pictures. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget, if you want a numerovation consultation, I do have a waiting list. All you have to do, though, my waiting list right now is into August, going into September. So if you're born around August, September, October, November, December, you should book a session right now so you know what's coming up and the patterns that you need to pay attention to with your life and how you're moving. Make sure you got your questions because we want to pinpoint where we got to go with it. All right. So make sure you text me 347-496-1022. Text me your full name and date of birth, 347-496-1022. and I will put you on the list when you send your circulation to me. And if you want to be my friend on Instagram, all you have to do is scan this. Scan this if you want to be my friend on Instagram. Scan that. King.Simon.production. Scan that right now. If you're on your phone, if you're on your YouTube, whatever, I'm going to give you a chance. Scan that. All right. Boom. Scan. Go ahead. And don't forget, you can scan this if you want to spread love, spread love the Brooklyn way, you know what I'm saying? The New York way, the all over the world way, all 196,940,000 square miles of the planet Earth. If you want to spread love, or you want to pay for those, pay for the workshop that's coming up, you can do that too. Just make sure you send me your email or put your email in there, and I'll let you know how you get those tickets if you need, or put you on the mailing, the list, the ticket buyers list, if you want to. Remember, and that's for this thing that we're doing in New York City. If you want to come out, you could also scan that and pay your $44 now, early bird prices right now. All right. Don't forget, disclaimer, got to do the content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters or its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. And disclaimer, copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. All right, family. I'm so glad we had this time together just to have a laugh and talk some knowledge. I'm so happy that Wesley Muhammad came through to my program. Don't forget, Dr. Phil Valentine is coming on Wednesday. And if you want to support Dr. Delbert Blair's legacy shop, I'm forever going to promote Dr. Blair. He comes to my dreams, and every time he comes to me in my dream, we're sitting in a classroom. I don't know who else he's teaching, but I know I'm in the class with Dr. Blair. So make sure you go to his legacy shop. That's www.themetacenter2.com. That's www.themetacenter2.com. Big up to him all the time. Go get his books. Go get the Faraday tech. Go get all of that. We're going to say a prayer real quick. Let's say this prayer real quick, and then we out of here, right? Say this prayer real quick. It's always good because Dr. Blair came with this prayer years ago, and he suggested that all of us say it together, all right? So here it is. Take a deep breath. Focus. Take a deep breath. Please, universal creator, know in my heart that I love you. Please protect me and this planet on which I live now. Please open my mind, my spirit, and my soul to receive only truth and your love now. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back all over the world so we can all share this vibration. Jali Tu. Please, universal creator, know in our hearts that we love you. Please protect us and this planet on which we live now. Please open our minds, our spirits, and our souls to receive only truth and your love now. Once again, thank you, Dr. Blair. Make sure you go to his website. That's the website. Thank you, Dr. Blair. 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 There it is. There it is. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Thank you, Dr. Blair. Family, like Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad said years ago, regardless of land, label, or language, there's but one God. And like Marcus Mosiah Garvey said, regardless, one love, one aim, one destiny. Up, you mighty nation. You could accomplish what you will. Stay focused, family. Stay strong. Once again, want to thank Dr. Wesley Muhammad for showing his love and sharing his wisdom with us in the most articulate way that he could. Enough respect to the whole nation of Islam under the minister, but also all of the nation of Islam, even the 5% nation of gods on earth. They all are that offshoot of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad and Master Fard Muhammad's teaching. So, family, have a great evening, or wherever you may be on the planet Earth. Have a great day, have a great afternoon, have a great evening, but make sure you strive to have a great life from a mathematical perspective, because every number you're connected to can give you guidance if you want to be guided. Peace and love. Take care.
Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numeral Beta. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numeral Beta for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's kingsimonproductions.wordpress.com. Go now.
Hey family, it's King Simon, the founder of Numerovation. Remember, if you want to book a session with me and get a Numerovation consultation, all you have to do is text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. And if you want any of my books, go to linktree/King Simon, the Numerovator. That's King Simon, the Numerovator. And you... Brooklyn, New York, are you ready? August 27th, King Simon will be there. Troy Hairston will be there. Alison Nedra will be there. Lloyd Strayhorn will be there with special guests. Sister California Ife will be there. All happening at Nicholas Brooklyn Mini Workshop. Text now, call now to be there. Hey, this is King Simon, the International Numerovator. Remember, get all my books on Amazon or go to linktree/King Simon, the Numerovator. And remember, don't forget to book my sessions at 347-496-1022. Book now.